Even before the Fizban's Treasury of Dragons came out, the book detailing a lot of lore and options as it concerns dragons or draconic subclasses such as the Way of the Ascendant Dragon Monk. There's been multiple homebrews. I assume multiple homebrews of dragon monks. And today we are looking at one of them, the Way of the Dragon Monk. Because dragons are very much in the front and center of Dungeons and Dragons. It's in the name, but also it's their presence is usually felt the presence is felt pretty regularly and pretty severely, depending on the campaign. But dragons are very much prominent when you think of Dungeons and Dragons, and like when you think of fantasy, you think of dragons, the epitome of fantasy. So, without further ado, let's get. Hello, welcome back, or welcome to DIS. I am Decidia, and you are hearing me speak again, or for the first time. Regardless, since you're hearing me speak, you can go live your life. Although, if you want to continue, we can get into this Way of the Dragon Monk, see how it goes, and it is very much different than the official subclass, which is always a plus. So, you know you're in for a good time. Let's get into it. The Way of the Dragon Monk. Monastic tradition for monks who wish to imitate the might and majesty of dragons. And the author is Evan McQuillan. I can look and see where it's from. Way of the Dragon Monk. Dragons are ancient and intelligent beasts, widely feared and respected throughout the realms. Because of this, there are many orders and organizations that worship dragons or follow them as leaders. One such example of such an order are the monks that follow the Way of the Dragon. These monks believe that dragons, through their accumulated knowledge, long lives, and innate ability to shape the world around them, are the pinnacle of enlightenment in all of creation. Monks that walk this path find themselves communing with various dragon species, learning from their experiences and physiology, and aligning their ki with that of dragons in an attempt to broaden their minds and strengthen their bodies. Monks of this order often have a calm and tempered personality, as they are used to addressing creatures far more powerful than themselves. Though it should be warned that dragon monks are brutal warriors when they are faced with combat. Dragon Claws. Beginning at 3rd level, when you join the Way of the Dragon, you learn how to channel ki towards your hands, growing scales on them and transforming your fingernails into claws. When you deal unarmed damage, you can choose the damage type to be bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage. In addition, whenever you successfully attack the same creature 3 times in the same turn, you can spend 1 ki point to force that creature to make a wisdom saving throw against your ki save DC, or else be frightened of you until the start of your next turn. Dragon Stance. Starting from 6th level, you are taught how to align your mind and body with that of a dragon, allowing you to imitate some of their traits. You can use a bonus action to spend a ki point and gain one of the following traits. You gain 60 feet of dark vision. If you already have dark vision, then your dark vision distance increases by 60 feet. You have 30 feet of blind sight. You can breathe air and water, or you have a swimming speed equal to your movement speed. You can activate multiple of these traits active at the same time, and each trait lasts for 8 hours. Interesting. So you can get all of them. Cool. But it takes a bonus action and a ki point, which is cool. Breath of the Dragon. By 11th level, you have gained an understanding over the primordial elements, allowing you to bend them to your will like a dragon would. Whenever you take a short or long rest, you gain resistance to one of the following damage types of your choice: acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison. In addition, after you hit with an attack, you can spend 1 ki to apply the damage that you are currently resistant to your attack as extra damage. This extra damage is equal to 1 roll from your martial arts die. You can same with breath. You can spend additional ki points up to half your monk level rounded down to use the creature you attacked as a conduit for your draconic power. This allows you to make additional ranged attacks using your wisdom modifier plus proficiency bonus to other creatures within 30 feet of you, equal to the number of additional ki points spent. Each creature targeted by this effect can only be targeted once in the same use of this effect, and any creature hit by the effect takes elemental damage equal to 2 rolls of your martial arts die, and the damage type is the same as the one you are currently resistant to. Very cool. And finally, Draconic Ascension. At 17th level, you gain the ability to broaden and awaken your mind by tapping into the primordial magics that dominate the natural world, allowing you to alter reality the same way a dragon does. You can use a bonus action to spend 3 ki to give yourself a 50-foot flying speed for 1 minute. In addition, whenever you take a short or long rest, everything in a mile radius of the location you rested in is considered your lair. While in your lair, you can spend a ki point as a bonus action to have one of the following abilities take effect. A creature of your choice must make a dexterity saving throw against your ki save DC, or else be restrained. 2 creatures of your choice must make dexterity saving throws against your ki save DC, or take 3d6 or half as much on a successful save of the damage type you are currently resistant to. Or, finally, a 20-foot radius area of your choice becomes heavily obscured for 1 minute, or until you dismiss it as a bonus action. You can only have 1 area heavily obscured in this way at a time. That is it for the reading of the Way of the Dragon Monk. Now on to the review itself. I was just looking, this is the same, but I was just looking at seeing where I got it from and just reading over the Way of the Ascended Dragon, see how it's different. But the Way of the Dragon Monk is on DM's Guild. I'll put the link in the description along with the author if you wanted to check that out. And then, along with the music link and all that other fun stuff. But story-wise, I really like it. Let's see, is it different than like the Ascended Dragon story? Kind of. Theirs is the Ascendant Dragon is more like, because the dragon Bahamut traveled the material plane in the guise of a young monk. They believe that he founded the first monastery as the monk. Here it's just they, because they're ancient and intelligent and stuff, there are organizations and stuff that worship and follow them. So it makes sense that there would be one that would believe that the long lives, accumulated knowledge, and innate ability are their pinnacle of enlightenment in all of creation, which is cool. Makes sense because they're so powerful. They can be complete, very magical, but they are super cool. But that makes sense too. I do like that instead of with the Ascended Dragon Monk where you can learn Draconic and everything, but also you do have a Dragon Breath then, but you also can change the damage type of your unarmed strikes to be elemental damage, which I feel is a little overpowered. Here it's piercing, slashing, or bludgeoning, and then you can make them be frightened of you, which is cool. It's different. Dragon Stance is really cool. As well, you can take on some of the senses and the traits of dragons, so dark vision, blind sight, breathing air and water, and swimming, which is nice. It's more, so you're aligning yourself more of a dragon. Breath of the Dragon, where you can now become resistant to a elemental damage type. Most of them. Also for thunder, it looks like. Or acid. Or no, there is acid. No thunder though. But you can be resistant to those, and you can deal more damage of that type to them. And then what's interesting is that you can spend more key points to use the person you attacked as a conduit to make other attacks, range attacks, that are all just, they're all like ranged attacks against someone, against people, that does the elemental damage type, which is cool. So more damage is not really a breath, but it's just like you're using the key of another, which is cool. And then Draconic Ascension, where you have a flying speed of a minute instead of theirs is for your turn. And then you can basically kind of become your own, a little bit of a dragon, where you can create where you're resting, the area around it as a layer, and then you can do stuff around it, affecting the world, the area around you, around that layer, which is really, really cool. I really like that. It's definitely a different aspect than the Way of the Ascendant Dragon, which I really like. I like how it's unique in that aspect. Let's see here. Anything that seems to be overpowered or underpowered. Let's see here. I don't think so. I think it's pretty on par, on balance with a lot of stuff. There are some abilities that are more can be more social or more exploration oriented, which is nice. I like that, rather than just all being combat, which is cool. Let's see here. Does seem a little more tastefully draconic, rather than like being like inspired by like dragon breath and stuff like that, draconic elements. This is a short one for whatever reason. You could argue that it's close to the Way of the Ascendant Dragon, but I would say it's not. I'd say it's on its own feet, because none of the features are like copies or even similar-ish, at least at the same levels as this one, as the Way of the Ascendant, which I like. So check it out in the description along with the author, who I'm sure I have the other ones there. Next week we are going on to the Paladin. The Paladin this time is called the Oath of Protection. All about like sacrificing yourself to protect others, taking damage in the place of others. Kind of like the Way of Oath of Redemption, but not exactly. Which is good, which is cool. If the Way of the Dragon Monk should be any other class, not really. Of course not. Of course, checking out my streams, this is my YouTube, my writings. I'm getting very close to being done with that. And then, what else? There's my sister with her D&D inspired bar business idea. Just keeping getting the word out there. I'll start dropping the link to my Discord server there down below. So if you wanted to like talk there, if you want to let me know what you think of this Dragon Monk, if there's something that you would change about it, let me know down in the comments. Of course, if you wanted to join my team, so it's better videos, maybe more often, then let me know down in the comments or in that email email address that I have down in the description as well. Anything else? I can't think of anything else right now. Join me on Friday as I talk about lore around this. It will probably be similar to the Dragon Rune Knight, but it could be different as well. Um, but anything else? Not that I can think of. Um, uh, Besides the standard liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, all that fun stuff, along with my previous episode of the lore crafting of the Dragon Rune Knight Fighter and channel so you can subscribe to that. Click the notification bell so you know when I post these. And anything else, I will see you on Friday or on Friday. I'll see you then. See you guys later. This idiot out. Whatever hand I do. This idiot out.